All right, good morning, everyone. Let's see, it is 8:38 in the morning of January 5th, 2022, and this is my pre-market strategy session. Another relatively quiet morning. The mornings lately have really been pretty quiet. There have only been I don't know, a handful, two or three stocks each given day that show really any kind of potential for trading and into the regular session. And even then, they've been a little bit slow. So today, there's really no difference. The only real difference today is MYNZ. Otherwise, I've got, the SPY on watch, of course, Tesla and IMMX. There's not a hell of a lot really going on with these three. MYNZ here pre-market is up 96%. So we'll take a look at that real quick. Here it is on the 10-minute chart. And what I did with my fib here is I set it to what was supposed to be its most recent close. It's funny, here on the 10-minute I can see that that's not correct. I did it on the daily. So here on the daily, it shows the closes at $10.39. Let me see what it says on my level 2 real fast for yesterday's close. I haven't typed it in my level 2 here, so I need to kind of get with the program. My schedule's been thrown off a bit with school closures. $10.39. Yeah, $10.39. That's interesting. And let me check my settings here real fast. So for whatever reason, it's got 1070. So let's go to 1039. And then what 2 times 1039 is $20.78. Okay, that's more like it. All right. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I put it to the top of the candle. That's funny. Alrighty, so here we go. Here is the 10-minute. Okay, this is nice. Usually with a stock that's going to do well during the day session, you'll want to see it pop through the 50% and then stay above the 50% for something that's going to have really good momentum. So it's definitely above that. You can see here it poked through the 100% level here at 8:30 in the morning, 8:20 and 8:30, and is now kind of pulling away. Here it is at the 75 level. Now, the 75 is a level that I put in as a custom level for the Fibonacci, the true Fibonacci level in the 70s. I can't remember. I think it's somewhere around 72. I've forgotten what it is. And same thing with the 25 here. I have the 75 level and the 25 level. Those are levels that I changed. I put in as levels that I prefer. It just seems to work better. For me, it seems to work better. So. You can see here at 750, it dipped down to that 75 level, found some support, and moved back to the 100. So here it is in a pullback now. I imagine that at some point this thing is probably going to be done selling off. I think it's gone as high as it's going to go in the pre-market. I could be wrong about that, but for right now, it's looking like it's going to be ready to kind of take a rest for a bit and then just kind of hold levels, and we'll see where it opens. The news on this, MYNZ Biomed acquires exclusive rights to mRNA biomarkers for potential use in cancer detection tests. For potential use. So, with respect to intellectual property and how it helps out this company's balance sheet, under the agreement, MYNZ has the unilateral option to license the exclusive global rights to 5 gene expression biomarkers, which have shown a high degree of effectiveness in detecting colorectal cancer lesions, including advanced adenomas. I don't know what that is. This company has put itself into it, and I can't imagine that this company wouldn't go through the steps that it went through to acquire the exclusive rights to these mRNA biomarkers if they weren't going to figure out some way of capitalizing on it. So the difference between it has licensed them out or it's gained exclusive rights to the license is simply a matter of balance sheet versus income statement. So right now, their balance sheet, I'm sure, leaned much more heavily to the assets side after this acquisition, after this exclusive right. Does that translate into revenues and bottom line earnings? That's right now, that is what Wall Street is putting a premium on, with a stock that's up right now 91% pre-market. In my opinion, this lasts, in past experience, this would last a day or two tops, this big move, and then it'll come back down, to sort of its old price again, and then, you can take over from there. So this could get stretched out with the way the small cap momentum play is going these days. This action could get stretched out for a few days. Let's see. It's not giving me total common shares outstanding here, but it's not giving me a float on trade ideas either. That's interesting. Let me look it up on Street Smart Edge here real quick. Let's see. MYNZ. Let's see how this thing might trade. A couple of clicks. No, I'm not seeing shares outstanding. Last report was 11.7 million shares, so it's a low float. Okay, well, so exactly what happens with this thing today. I'll be watching the levels, and also sort of the combination of levels with the momentum setup on this one. A dip below 75 and a pushback above, that's an entry. A dip below the 61.8 and a pushback above, that's the entry. And then I believe there's an entry at the 50% level too. We'll see what happens with it. But this is the chart that I'm following. The next up, IMMX is the other small cap that I'm keeping an eye on. This thing, it IPO'd here in the 16th of December, and it's really starting to make some noise. Let's see, on the 3rd of January, it traded 149 million shares on news that, it got a rare disease designation by the FDA. That is a big deal. And this thing, I don't know how it's going to behave. I imagine that at some point, relatively soon, it's going to start breaking out above its all-time high. I mean, its all-time high only goes back, 3 weeks, So it's on watch, we'll see what it does. If it starts breaking into new all-time high territory, it'll catch my attention. I have an alarm on it. Let's see, then there's the SPY. Okay, so this is a proxy for the S&P 500. And this is making a rather bullish bull flag formation here. This is the Fibonacci that I put on it, and seems to have done a pretty good job of following these Fibonacci levels. It looks like to me, the next target here within, I'd say, the next 3 to 6 months is going to be 534. That puts the S&P up, at around 540, roughly 545. Roughly, and so right now it had an incredible run here prior to Christmas, and it's holding up high and is putting in a bull flag here. Although it is kind of a reverse bull flag. It's kind of an interesting thing happening here. But I imagine that at some point, it's going to run, put in its flag, and then decide, to head up. So it's on watch, and the strategy that I use on this is going to be the same that I use on pretty much every other trade that I make on the SPY, which is the relative strength index. Once the 1 minute and the 10-minute relative strength indexes are both climbing climbing out of oversold. This is oversold. And then here on the SPY on the 10-minute, same thing. Climbs out of, like right here, climbs out of oversold. If this mark here, let's see, the 4th of January at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then at 13:50, right? So does the 1 minute at roughly 11 o'clock in the morning correspond with the same thing on the oh, that's pre-market. Sorry, we should probably go to regular. We should go to regular hours. So here it is, climbing out down here, climbing out of oversold. Same thing over here, and that's the entry. Does it give false breakouts? Yeah, it does. And that's why actually I also use a corresponding. Let's pull up the and let me pull it down. Actually, I've got it up here. I had it up here. There we go. And so when that corresponds with the VIX also coming out of oversold and going, coming out of oversold essentially, then it's the same thing right here. And so when those line up on the 1 minute and the 10 minute, and simultaneously with the SPY, then there's a high probability that I am in the correct direction. Things are bullish, the market's bullish, so it's better to enter into bull trades, get into bull setups. When things turn bearish, then the opposite will be true. All right, that's pretty much it. There's the SPY. Tesla looks like it's going to come back here and test the top side of this support resistance line. For support, I think I have an alarm on it. Let's see. I think I put an alarm on it this morning. Maybe I didn't. Nope, there it goes. All right. So if I get a retest of this support and resistance line today, I'll be looking to go long Tesla at that support level. All right, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your wrists tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you at the recap. I am out.